People say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, we say when life gives you lemons, clean your dirty pennies and write with invisible ink. Lemon juice can be used to clean pennies. Pennies are made of a metal known as copper. Over time, the copper in the penny mixes with the oxygen in our air, and through a chemical reaction called oxidation, a compound called copper oxide forms on the penny. This is what appears to be dirt on the penny. Lemon juice contains citric acid. This acidic solution can separate the bonds between the copper and the oxygen that are holding the copper oxide together. Other acidic solutions, like vinegar, can have the same effect. All it takes to clean your pennies is a little bit of chemistry.
Lemon juice is made up of a variety of sugars, acids, and water. Lemon juice is mostly clear, so if you try to mix it with water and use that mixture to write something down on a piece of paper, you can't really see it. But if you heat up lemon juice, the sugars in it can react with the oxygen in the air. This is called oxidation, and this process turns these sugars brown. The acids in the lemon juice can also react with the fibers in the paper, which makes even more sugar, which also turn brown in the same heat. When these sugars turn brown, they become visible, and the message that you wrote down in the first place can now be seen. Invisible ink might seem like magic, but in reality, it's just chemistry. Oxidation reactions like that are just one of many that chemists and chemical engineers use on a daily basis. Chemical reactions explain the different interactions that molecules can have with each other, and with the Pennies and Invisible Ink project, you'll see these chemical reactions at work.
White paper.
Lemon juice,
Dirty pennies.
paper towels,
A cup.
a bowl,
Water.
cotton swabs,
A spoon.
a lamp or other light source,
Optionally, salt or an acidic liquid.
Here we have a really dirty penny and a really clean penny, and what we're going to do is clean these pennies to make them look like this. So what you're going to need is a small bowl. We're going to put a few dirty pennies in them. And then get a lemon, make sure to have an adult help you cut it, and basically pour the lemon juice in there. So here we are pouring the lemon juice in this bowl. And we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes. So in the meantime, we're going to get another container and squeeze some lemon in this container as well. What we're going to do is let these pennies sit for 5 minutes. In the meantime, I've squeezed lemon into this other container. And what we're going to do is write a secret message to some of our friends. So we're going to get a cotton tip, dip it in here really slowly, and then we're going to get a piece of paper and write a message. So I'm going to write hi. And maybe even draw a smiley face. And once this paper dries, we'll be able to hold it up to the light and see our secret message. All right, so it's been 5 minutes. We've let our pennies sit. Now we can stir them around and pull one out. And once you rub the dirt off a little bit, some of these have had dirt for years, but you'll see that we now have shiny pennies. So this paper is dried. And now if we just hold it up to the light, we can see the secret message. So you see the smiley face right there.
Why do pennies become dull over time? Why is it not as common for quarters, nickels, and dimes to become dull over time? Pause the video and think about it. Play the video again to see the answer.
The copper in the penny reacts with the oxygen in the air to form copper oxide. A layer of copper oxide forms on the penny, which gives it its dull appearance.
Now let's see what happens with quarters.
Dimes, nickels, and quarters are coated with a mixture of the metals nickel and copper, which protects the coins from the oxygen to maintain the shiny appearance.
Similar to these experiments is a dull penny. It was once shiny as well. The overall idea behind this is called reduction-oxidation reactions, or in other words, redox. These involve the transfer of electrons from one molecule to another. Where are redox reactions used, one might ask? Everywhere. Rusting, as I mentioned before, and then cleaning with bleach as well. Looking at the bigger picture, we think of how us animals break down food through cellular respiration, how plants make energy through photosynthesis, as well as blowing stuff up through combustion. Redox is everywhere, through all of these reactions.
When some metals are exposed to the air, they react with oxygen to form a metal oxide. Certain acids can break metal oxides apart. In the first experiment, citric acid reacted with copper oxide and removed it from the surface of the penny, exposing the fresh copper underneath. With a little bit of science, you can make a rusty old coin look brand new. Lemon juice is clear, but that doesn't mean there's nothing there. It's full of all sorts of chemicals. Heat makes them go through reactions which turn them into new, brown-colored substances. In the second experiment, we took advantage of this to hide and reveal your secret message. These activities may be easy, but there's some cool science happening behind the scenes. If you take chemistry in a few years, you might get to learn a little more about how it all works. Until then, keep on sciencing.